was thinking about maybe re-uploading some older stuff, maybe stuff from year one. I had a subscriber go back and watch the earliest one that's online, and she said she just wanted to see what it was like. I thought that was really cool. And then I started looking at some of the older stuff. I'm like, some of this stuff is cool shit in here. Like, I break down a lot of stuff that nowadays it's like once I do something like that, where I do like a deep breakdown of something, in my mind it was done, and that's it, and let's move on to something else. But no one has seen that stuff, and there's some gems in there, you know, not because of me. Usually it's because other people did the heavy lifting or the hard work, and I just put everything together using the string and the pictures, you know. But yeah, there's some stuff on there, so I was thinking of maybe like downloading them back to my phone and then re-uploading them with a notation saying originally posted and blah blah blah. Like, I don't want to, like, I don't mean to trick anybody, but I don't know. I don't know if that's even worth it, or do I just keep going? Because there's a lot of stuff that I probably should have circled back to by now that I haven't. Because in my mind, it's just done. Like, you know, I'm not thinking about like, oh well, only half a dozen people saw this. But yeah, it made me think about it when I started looking at some of the older ones. So I don't know. I might do that. I'll see if anyone's interested in that. I was just on the boards where I get most of my news, because I can't look at mainstream media sources. It just makes me crazy. But yeah, so I go to poll sucks though now too. It's just like the one thing that's good though is, since this Israel thing has kicked off, a lot of the bullshit threads aren't there anymore. Like a lot of the racial hatred, incitement kind of threads, because they don't have time to post about that stuff. And in fact, shill posting itself has really dropped off to a fraction of where it was at. You know, because they're not able to work full time doing that. They have offices full of people that just create posts on these on all message boards, on all throughout social media, but 4chan specifically, they're really big on that, you know. So once this Israel thing started, there's a lot less show posting, but it still kind of sucks. But someone had posted a picture of Alex Jones and with Blair White, and they're like, you know, look at Alex, he's partying with trannies, not caring about the billions of dollars he owes, you know, just joking around. But it's like I had to tell Anons that he doesn't owe billions of dollars to anyone. That whole thing was kayfabe. It was fake. It was a ruse. He's their guy. They control him. He's controlled opposition. Always has been. They didn't want us chuds talking about the hook, and we were talking about the hook because it was so badly done. That's the epitome of sloppy job Mossad. I didn't have a channel at the time. It was a long time ago, but I did have a Instagram channel. I'd post all this stuff too, and I was posting a lot about it. And I ran into some trouble with some people who they were the first kind of actual death threats I've ever gotten. They weren't threats to my death, but they were sending me lists of where my family worked and who they were and shit. It was pretty scary. And one of the guys that was doing this upon multiple accounts was a filmmaker. No, I'm not gonna say his name or who he was connected to. He's not a big time filmmaker, but he did work in Hollywood, and he worked in the campaigns of some major political players. I don't have receipts for any of this, so I'm not gonna use names, but it was shocking to me that a guy like this, who is eating dinner with this guy here, is bothering me in my apartment. It's a guy that sings in a glam punk band and makes about $10,000 a year. You know, like, what? And it was shocking. It was shocking. And I noticed all the guys that were asking me were like, were JQ involved people. They were J-ish. And I think because it was a Mossad type job, there's a lot of stuff about that because I watched it happen in real time. I followed that thing and I watched all the plot threads they tried to create and then drop in the news. It was crazy. Like, I'm not going to get too into it because I'm not sure what I can say about anything. I don't want to get in trouble, but there would, as far as dropped plot threads, at one point there was a group of men in the woods with, it was being reported, and they had like, they looked military. I think that was Mossad because people were saying it was Mossad. I don't think they were supposed to be part of the thing. I think they just got caught on camera by mistake. So that was part of it for a while, then they were dropped. Then there was a brother who was arrested at the scene. It shows him being put into the car and he's screaming this stuff like, I didn't do it or something. And then that plot point was dropped. Never heard about that again. It's like when they run these things, there's usually a drill happening nearby. They always do these things on days when they have drills. And it's almost like they throw a lot of plot elements against the wall and then see which ones work. And then they just forget about the other ones and they memory hold them. You know, but that was the first one of those kind of things I watched in real time. And they had the coroner there. There's this, you check him out. I think some of this stuff is still online. You can still find it. But this dude, like, if you watch that press conference with him, and you still believe that there's any reality involved in that whole situation, then I don't know what to tell you. It's one of those cases of like, okay, have a good day. Don't come near me or anyone I know or my family. Please don't, I don't want to be near you, because you're a danger to me at that point. If you think that's legit, then you're a danger to me. It is kind of funny, even though it's awful at the same time. They're asking him, like, well, what were the children wearing? And he's like, when they came in, I don't know, just kid stuff. It was that level, like inappropriate laughing and making faces, and it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I think some of this is humiliation, though, too. It's parts. There's an incompetence part there, of course, but there's also this need to humiliate. Especially those of us who can see what's going on. It's the eat the bugs meme. Oprah's not going to eat the bugs. She wants you to eat the bugs because so they can sit and laugh at us. It's the same thing. I'm not going to get too much more into that. But the thing is, they fake charged him, fake sued him, fake won a judgment against him. The people that sued him are fake. The whole thing is fake, and the purpose of the entire exercise is so we don't talk about it. And it kind of worked, It definitely sent a message to anyone in media that this is off limits, because look what happened to Alex Jones. There are people that think he's a real guy, and it keeps people like us from saying anything about it too. But they were real touchy about that one. As I was telling you before, they were direct messaging me on Instagram, these threatening things about posting stuff from there. And then I blocked them, and they'd come back under different aliases to keep yelling at me. So they took this one real seriously for some reason. I don't know, there's a behind the scenes thing we don't know about. Maybe they were upset they fucked it up so bad, or maybe something else was supposed to happen. But I don't know for sure it was a Mossad operation, but other people who claim to know more about that kind of stuff said it was. Random, unknown internet guy said it was definitely Mossad, so it's bullshit, but I believe it. Of course they're going to fucking Ross. What do you think? I gotta get something for my bathroom, one of the bathroom walls. I gotta repaint in there, but haven't got the paint yet, and it's driving me crazy. So what I'm gonna do is just get like a wall hanging, or like even a shower curtain that has like a good design on it, or a pattern on it, and just hang that on the wall. You know, put the pictures back up, and then when I get the paint, do it. Because there's nowhere that sells paint around here. The closest I could probably get it is Alamana. These are my problems, though. They're not your problems. And I don't know why I'm sharing them with you. You have enough problems. All right. I'll be back later. Like HPV. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.